Okay. It's Rockstar Rally Night. It's also month end magic. This is one of the rare times that Tuesday falls on month end. So I'm keeping this short tonight. I'm keeping it sweet because we all have work to do. Number one. Anyone else like still working, closing parties, doing the follow up, all the things? Yeah. Us Radiant Rockstars, we're last minute people. Okay. You guys should see, because I get to see the numbers like overall from like the when they start the day and then how we end the day. Like we're a last day of the month people. Like that's just what we do. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny how much volume we do in one day compared to the month too. Like it's just how we roll. But I love it. It's like exciting and energizing and fun. So keeping it short tonight. Also, Heidi and Orville are going live on their Facebook page in 24 minutes talking about new products coming out. So they're going to reveal some new things, give some announcements, maybe some sneak peeks, some hints, all that good stuff. So be sure to tune into them. Also, if you guys haven't watched like live videos from Heidi and Orville, first of all, they always do one every month end. So they come on Facebook and they talk about numbers, they talk about our company, they answer questions, and they're just here cheering us on. I hope you guys know that is really, really, really rare and really, really, really special. Heidi and Orville are the co-CEOs and owners of this $500 million company. We sell $500 million a year, this global $500 million company. And every month end, they come on social media and they spend hours with us and they cheer us on and they know us by name and they cheer on our promotions and they love to see us get paid at title and celebrate each other. And like, it's really, really, really rare. And so I really encourage you to go watch that video because you are a part of this. You are a part of this community. You are a part of this company, and all of us contribute to the overall community of Scentsy. And for you to feel connected to the company and to our community, you have to watch them. They're so genuine. They're so real. They're so giving and kind-hearted. And like, they're a huge reason why I chose Scentsy a long time ago and why I stay, just to be honest with you. So I hope that you will tune into that. I want to talk about this fun new thing that we're launching tomorrow called #ActiveInApril. So what we're doing is, this is a movement that was started by several SSDs. And here's what happened, okay? If you guys watched Heidi and Orville's last live video, they talked about just our response to the coronavirus pandemic as a company, how it is affecting our company, how it could affect us going forward, Heidi and Orville's response. Here's some things that stood out to me. If you didn't see, we have actually completely transformed one of our manufacturing facilities, and we are making virus-killing disinfectant spray for hospitals. Okay, this is a product that we don't normally make. This is something that we don't do. And so in order to make this, like literally machines had to be reconfigured, new ingredients had to come in. So we're producing, manufacturing, bottling it, and we're donating it to hospitals. So how freaking amazing is that, right? So for our company to respond in this kind of way to this global pandemic is unreal. The second thing is we have 3D printers. And Scentsy, we're using our 3D printers to print masks for hospitals. Because how many of you have seen over and over and over again the shortages of hospital gear, masks, gowns, all the above, gloves, right? We're printing masks for hospitals. And like, if that doesn't give you goosebumps, like, I don't even know. And here's the thing that struck out to me most, okay? I was listening to them talk, and Heidi and Orville specifically was saying, you know, we have to keep going. We have got to, as a company, as a large global company, we have to keep going because we are a huge part of the economy, and us working helps stimulate our economy. If we were to stop, okay, not only are all of our 130,000 consultants individual businesses affected, but Scentsy as a corporate company is affected. Scentsy has over 2,000 employees between manufacturing, packaging, shipping. We have 3 locations. We have one in Kentucky, in Texas, and in Idaho, where we ship products. We have a manufacturing facility, multiple manufacturing facilities in Boise, Idaho. We have a headquarters in Boise, Idaho that has like executives and marketing people and designers who design warmers and people who create fragrances. I mean, we have over 2,000 employees. And in order for them to keep their jobs and us to, we have to keep going. Okay. Orville said in his video, and this really, really, really stuck out to me. He said, we feel a deep sense of responsibility to keep going so that we can pay our taxes to the government. And I was like, wait a minute. If that doesn't show you like what kind of team player he is, what kind of rally the troops kind of community that Scentsy has, if that doesn't show you, I don't even know who in their right mind is thinking, I have to keep going so that I can pay my taxes to contribute to our country, to contribute to our economy. Like, no one even thinks like that, right? And so for him to even say that was just mind-blowing to me, that he said, we feel a deep sense of responsibility because we all know about stimulus checks coming potentially and all of these things happening. Someone has to pay for those stimulus checks, right? It has to come from somewhere. And so Orville said that he feels a deep sense of responsibility to basically contribute. And I thought to myself, like, it just gave me goosebumps. I even talked to my husband about it. I was like, listen to what Orville said, and it just really spoke so much to me. Well, I wasn't the only person that this resonated with. It resonated with several other SSDs. And I've been in Scentsy almost 10 years. I have never once seen Heidi and Orville make a selfish decision. Never. I have never seen them make a decision that wasn't in our best interest as consultants. I have seen them constantly, over and over again, sacrifice family time, their own personal time. I've seen them sacrifice money and profits so that we could benefit, right? I've seen them make so many decisions that are better for other people than they are for themselves, over and over and over again. This is who they are. And several other SSDs noticed, and so they decided that they wanted to create, so basically we said, what can we do? What can we do to help? How can we help? And I think a lot of us might look at our individual businesses or our lives or the PRV that we do and say, like, how can I really help? Like, how can I really contribute? Well, when we all come together, we are incredibly powerful. Maybe you might think this little tiny bit doesn't make a difference, but when a multitude of people do a little tiny bit, it makes a mountain of difference. And so this is what we're working for. This is an all hands on deck situation. And we're saying, let's get every single consultant active in April. Every single consultant. So there's 130,000 plus consultants, and I have goosebumps. I'm talking about this. I have goosebumps. Like, I'm so excited. What kind of impact could it make if every single consultant was active? And if you were a consultant who is regularly active, what kind of impact could it make if you did 200 more than you normally do? Or 200 more than your goal was? If you're like, you weren't planning on being active in April, your goal is to get active, your goal is to do 200. If your goal was 200 or 500, your goal is to do 200 more. If your goal was 2,000, your goal is 2,200 for April. We have to come together. And together we can make a powerful, huge, huge impact. We can literally help people keep their jobs. Do you know that? Not only is it going to impact your family, right, from the commissions that you can make and the people's homes that you can get products into that can help them clean or just lift their mood or make them feel good during this quarantine time, but also you can impact your own family with commissions. And if commissions aren't important to you, donate them. If you want to donate them for this time, if you want to go active in April or get 200 more so that you can donate it to a family in need, please do that. Please do that. You guys, I have goosebumps. Literally, my whole body is like covered in goosebumps just thinking about what we can accomplish if we were to come together. Maybe one of us alone can't do much, but together we are incredibly powerful, incredibly powerful. I went to my very first SFR, we used to call it convention back then, in Fort Worth, Texas. 8 or 9 years ago. And I heard Heidi give a speech. It's still my most favorite, most memorable, momentous moment in my career to this day. She called it the power of one. And we were in Fort Worth, Texas, and the whole theme of our convention was Stampede. And her whole speech was the power of one and how it only takes one bull to start a stampede. And one bull alone, already pretty powerful, right? They do pretty crazy things. But a stampede, literally unstoppable. Earth-shattering, ground-shaking, nothing can stand in its way, but it only takes one bull to start a stampede. It takes one bull to start running with crazy force in one direction before everyone follows. It takes one, the power of one. That was her whole speech, and I remember sitting there thinking to myself, what if I could be that one in my life and in my business? What if I could be that one? What if I could be a power of one that starts a stampede? The same opportunity is for every single one of us on this call. The power of one. If we all tap into the power of one, together we can be an unstoppable, earth-shattering, ground-shaking, nothing standing in our way force. By everyone getting active in April or selling 200 more than you had already planned to do, we can literally help people keep their lights on, feed their family, keep their jobs, right? Like, we are making a difference in Scentsy, in our company, in employees. This also makes sure that like we're still around when the world returns to normal, because it will. It will. This is going to end at some point. When everything comes back, we want to make sure that Scentsy is here and stronger than ever. And so that is our mission in April. It's called #Active in April. So here's what's going to happen. If you are a star consultant or above, I'm going to get you added tomorrow into what we call the Active in April Command Center. Okay. In the Command Center, there are literally already hundreds of ideas for people to work their business, for you to engage your consultants, to get connected with your team, okay? You're gonna be able to take those and post them in your group page. You're gonna be able to connect with your team via text message, Instagram, DM, Facebook, phone call, in person, however you want. Our goal is to connect with every single consultant and get them active. And that can only happen if us as leaders band together and share this message with every single person in our downline. And it can't just be posting to social media, right? Because especially if you have people on your team who are hobbyists, or they just do this part-time, or they don't really log into their workstation ever, they're not gonna see it by you posting on social media once. You got to connect with them, explain the mission, explain why we're doing this, get them to buy in, and then give them ideas on how they can get active. So every day in Radiant Rockstars, I'm going to be posting something that's an idea to help you get active. And it'll be under the #Active in April. So it'll be searchable. Okay, so every day you can search it by just searching that #Active in April. Maybe I'll create an album or something like that to make them easy to find as well. But if you're a star consultant and above, tomorrow we'll get you added to the Command Center so that you can have access to all that stuff as well to help you lead your teams, because that's the only way we're going to do this. How do you guys feel about this? Yay? Nay? Do we love it? I have more goosebumps. You guys make me so happy. This is so good. I know, like so many heart emojis. I love it. I feel like we can do really incredible, amazing things. Here's the thing. We all know how to get active. Okay, we all know how to get active. So it's going to be about just working. It's just going to be about working. It's just going to be about being committed to this idea. It's just going to be about connecting with your team, spreading the message. And you know what? Honestly, use this to bring new team members in too. Share your mission with the world. Tell people why we're doing this. We're doing this to make an impact. We're doing this to help people keep their jobs. We're doing this to keep the lights on. And if you want to donate your commissions from that 200 PRV, whatever, or if you say, you know what, the first 200 PRV I get this month, I'm going to donate those commissions to whatever. You know, is it Samaritan's Purse who's setting up field hospitals in New York City? Is it your neighbor who lost their job? You know, like, think about how we can turn this into something really beautiful and generous, and how we can make a serious big impact together, because that's what we're doing here. And you know what? The world needs us to be together more than ever. This is not the time to isolate yourself. This is not the time to step back. This is not the time to lay in bed. This is not the time to go to sleep. This is not the time to roll over. This is the time to come together. This is the time to rise up. This is the time to say, screw you, Corona. You're not going to take us out. We're stronger than this. And this is the time to come together and show the world what generosity really is, show your friends what Scentsy really means, prove to all of the people who are skeptics about you or your business or direct sales, prove to them what this really is. This is the time to do it. Okay? Are you guys with me? Thumbs up? Yay. Okay, any comments or questions or like, what do we think? I love it. I love it. Sarah said they use all of their extra income to support small businesses. That is a great way to use your commission too, okay? Small businesses are the ones who are hurting the most right now. Absolutely. And so if you can do that, even something like shopping on Etsy, that makes a huge difference for people. Shopping on Etsy, if you want to keep your money local, like find local restaurants that are owned by families, okay? And go get takeout. I know, I'm so excited too, Kira. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are in and that you love it so much. I know this was short and sweet tonight, but here's the thing. You know how to get active. You know what to do. It's just about doing it. It's just about being committed to this mission that's bigger than you and bigger than me. And you know what? We get to be a part of something really magical and amazing together. So how many of you had a goal of selling 1,000 PRV next month? Or at least 1,000. Okay, awesome. So we're going to increase that by 200. Okay. If you were like, I haven't been active in several months, guess what your goal is? Be active. If you raise your hand, if you have a team member, even one, your mission is to connect with your team member tonight and tomorrow to let them know why we're doing this. Okay. Why are we getting active in April? You got to share the mission with them, explain why we're doing this. Also, all of you, if you are trying to get paid at title, if you are trying to get out of DQ, if you are trying to earn the summer incentive, like these are all these things are going to happen, right? But do you notice how I didn't even talk about that stuff? Because we're talking about contributing to the community. We're talking about doing something greater than ourselves. We're talking about coming together and like showing the world who we really are. That's what we really are. All those other things are going to happen. Okay. Your business, it's going to be good for your business, like all this stuff, but it's about coming together and being powerful and showing who we really are. So connect with your teams, plan yourself to hustle harder than you've ever hustled. You know, this is for Heidi and Orville, who have hustled for us for 15 years and created this pathway and this life for us for 15 years. This is for all the people at home office. This is for all the people who pack our boxes, ship our boxes, make our stuff, manufacture, who make Scentsy soak. Like this is for them. This is for us. This is for your families. This is for your neighbors. So let's go do it. This is literally how we change the world. I love you guys. Let's get active in April, okay? See you tomorrow.